we will actually start here.
All right.
So, welcome back to episode 27. I'm going to read the whole thing from a script. It's your turn. Where's your lines?
And there was a bird outside on a rock, and I saw it. Ha 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 ha.
Bird, more like turd. Yeah, so
We're here. We're doing it. 27.
I thought of a really awesome joke on the way home when I was driving, and I'm not sure how to apply it yet, so you'll have to...
Dude, you're the one that keeps taking my tins. I was looking
putting them at my house. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I'm not sure how to apply this. I'm thinking of it more as like a... You know when you hear smart people talking and they're like, well, factually speaking, that's not really the...
Yes.
Whatever.
Contextually.
Well, it's specifically when they're talking about, like... It has to be factually.
Sure.
Instead of that, you say smoke cracktually, and you're talking about crackhead activities, right?
Okay.
So you're like,
Well, objective reality does change when you smoke crack.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is when it's like trying to describe, like a legal term for describing like stealing copper wire out of churches,
Yes.
and you're like, well, when you examine it smoke cracktually, you'll see that.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
okay, yeah.
Like, emotion abstain, or what's
Sustained.
Abstained.
Yes. The motion will not have sex.
I get. Yeah. Have you ever heard the? I've never heard this in person, but apparently supposedly.
Okay.
That's
Supposedly?
Yeah, that's like
supposedly?
So everyone even all the black people I know, supposedly, that's whatever.
Yeah, right, with a P, not a B.
Well, it's a D.
What?
Supposedly.
Man, I'm just
not supposedly or supposedly.
Okay.
But
sure.
Apparently they got like accepted by the dictionary overlords as a real word, and I don't. It was funny because when I heard it, then I started saying it on accident because it was like in my head, and I'm like, stop, this is wrong.
They're gonna make fun of me if you say it. They're gonna make fun of you.
Yes,
I guess supposedly. I ain't supposed to be nothing.
Oh, also I was so we had this this garbage can, and it's like spawns flies. I don't even know. It's one of the craziest things.
Well, you just in
one of our bathrooms, one of the little garbage cans.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't even. There's no.
Okay. Yeah. It's
right?
a breeding ground.
But no, it's like there's nowhere they could have come from. There's just like fruit flies everywhere.
Really?
And there's nothing in it. There's no food in it. There's no nothing. There's like wadded up Owen Kleenexes from like blowing his nose.
How many legs do fruit flies have?
Flies, so they have 6.
Do they?
Yeah.
Dude, there's your survival food for the apocalypse, man.
Eat flies.
Yeah, if it's if it's constantly breeding them or they just appear, I mean, that's a food hack.
You'd have to have. This is more like 10 at a time, so you'd really have to
get more trash cans.
Well, it'd be like in Thailand when I ate the little shrimp patty where they had all the little tiny shrimps and they combine it into a big like fried patty. Was pretty good.
Was it?
Gave me diarrhea.
Have you seen the like mosquito burgers?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit.
That's what I was thinking of.
Dear Lord.
You need to do that to get these because these are small ones. But I was thinking about how they taught me this in the like evil German school I went to start with, where they were apparently it was like up until the 20s, a pretty common belief that if you're in like a house or a barn, and you don't clean the straw and like animal droppings up, or like just newspapers in the corner of your house, that will spawn in mice. Like that was their belief. They thought that's like where mice came from.
So they could like exist in the ether, and then if there was a bunch of garbage, they would just populate within the garbage.
Yes, and it was specifically an old like German Lutheran belief because it was like God's punishing you. So.
I don't think that's sound doctrine, but
I don't know, man. I guess if you're like living in a stable in like 1870 Germany, you're like, well, that's probably where those mousers are coming from.
And mice devils, son of a bitch.
I also really quickly.
You were trying to find mosquito burgers?
No, I wanted to throw in 2 things that kind of related to this. Okay. And one of them you brought up eating bugs.
Yes.
And I was thinking about how.
Have you ever eaten like any, like not just like as a kid, but like, hey, this is the like salt cricket from Mexico, or.
I had cricket protein powder once on accident because like someone was like, try this. And I was like, this tastes bad. So well, it's crickets. Okay.
I'm looking for a crunch experience.
Well, I never ate one like nothing on purpose that was juicy.
Okay.
Right. But I was thinking about how, it's like the the like online right wing thing is like, I will not eat the bug. Like, that's
Right,
like,
yeah.
like they're trying to get us to eat bugs, stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, but like for me, if you had like a land bug, right?
Yes.
And you fried it up and it tastes like a shrimp.
And it was like crispy.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if it was like chicken nuggets walking around.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, any of the bugs that are like, you know what, maybe that'd be good. Is like the fried locusts. I feel like
I
they're
bet
just
those are good.
crispy on the outside, just enough texture to make you feel like you're not eating bark.
Well, that's
Like,
what the
sounds like a good-
cicadas down south.
See, you can get me to do that. Worms, couldn't do that. Grubs, nope. Nothing. I'm not
I
looking for the juice, man. I'm looking for the crunch.
I still think about there was one of those episodes of the Bear Grylls show,
Yeah.
Man vs. Wild.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that whatever. And he eats this giant bug, this like worm,
Yeah.
and he's like the whatever the pygmies have been eating this for 100 years or whatever, and he puts it in his mouth and he bites and it like splorches out and it's
Yeah.
whatever, and then he sucks it up and starts chewing and then just immediately pukes and he's like, oh, maybe I ate the wrong bug. That's just one of the funniest like things ever.
The most like thing I remember from that was when he was like surviving out in the open water and it's like, all right, all we got is this shit water and we gotta drink it. And he's like, but we're not gonna drink it. And he has like a tube that he's like, here we go. And he shoves it up his ass so he can like, you could actually drink petrified water through your bunghole.
Well, that was
like, oh. See,
there was one of those up, the worst one that the two of them, him squeezing the elephant shit into his mouth.
Yes,
that's like
an
all-time classic. That one was so vile that my dad recorded it on TV and then had my grandma come over and was like, hey, I need to show you something.
Called her up out of the
Yeah,
blue.
basically,
like, hey,
yeah.
you need to come over. That's fucking funny.
And then the other one was, it had to do with an enema,
okay,
where he killed a snake and ate it, and then peeled the snake, and then tied the snake's skin off like a condom, but filled it with his own piss, and then gave himself his own piss enema out of a snake skin.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
check these out.
Dude, that's sexually stimulating.
Those grilled cicadas.
Yeah, dude, those look good.
I think you have to get them when they're like soft still when they come out.
Oh, so you gotta like wait for them to not be.
This is not what I would have expected.
Encrusted?
Look at the cross section. Like,
yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But it's got like a little meatball in it.
Yeah, well, as long as it's spongy and not really like
juicy.
Yeah, dude, I can't do bug juices. Couldn't do it.
What about a grilled centipede?
Bear grilled centipede.
Bear grilled centipede.
Welcome to Bag.
What is the deal with those Chinese people like dipping living centipedes in jars of liquid and they like have a seizure and then they eat
them? Sounds like something they would do. To be honest with you,
bug people things.
Yeah, bug people eating bugs. Speaking of Chinese people, did you see like the Chinese nationals that like worked with or for U of M all get like deported from importing pathogens into the U.S. and lying about it?
No.
There's like,
when was this?
This was relatively recent, within the past like week or so. But there was like 3 dudes, and they were like in the chemistry section or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just we got some stuff." And then they like looked in it and like, "This is not what you declared." And so all of them were like Chinese students, air quotes, but it ended up going like the DOJ and fighting the DOJ, and it was like, I don't know, $200,000-$300,000 in legal fees that like they somehow came up with, and then all got deported and no prison time, and was just like, yeah, man, I'm just ching-chonging in the basement.
Yeah, so they were smuggling dangerous, in all capital letters, biological pathogens into our country, and were lying to FBI agents, and were deported, in all capital letters. That was the official statement from
the DOJ.
Yeah, some of these guys' names, like
Zheng Wang Dong, like literally.
Yeah.
Zing Zhang.
Sheng Huan, but it's CHENGXUAN.
Seng Huang
Han. Yeah, pretty cool. I wonder what type of, if they were just trying to recreate the World War Z ending, where they were like, we must inject ourselves with random.
Like, is this the downfall of U of M? So you get like sex scandal after sex scandal, and then you got Chinese nationals making up biowarfare in the basement, and it's just like, we're just Hardball. Please come back.
It was a fungus.
Oh, see, dude, maybe
Fusarium graminearium.
Dude, maybe they were World War Z in it.
This is actually like for real, because it was a fungus that is known to cause head blight, which is a a fungus that is invasive, that is hard to treat, that destroys grain products, like literally ecological warfare. So, like, actually,
there you go.
Not like, oh, we're gonna make you sick. Like, time to fuck them up.
Destroy the United States.
You can never trust a guy named Shang Huan, though.
Absolutely. The ratio of consonants to vowels has to be like at least like 1.15.
See, I feel like recently they started putting more X's in their names and words, because I remember being younger, there wasn't that many like X's interspersed.
Who's the
Xi Jinping?
Exactly, right? Because he's got a bunch of X's. Maybe that was like a mandate.
Yeah, we need more.
Yes, give me more X.
They need
the Chinese king.
John Cena to apologize. Xinguang. Have you seen that video?
I have seen it. Just like traveling around China. What was he apologizing for? I'm sorry, I am big and white.
I think he like. I didn't understand.
Yes, everybody
why
hates him for that, right?
Well, he shouldn't. Why would you apologize for it?
Because they'll pay you a bunch of money.
Yeah, but it was what he apologized. He called Taiwan a country.
That's what he was apologizing for.
That's why, like, normally it's if you're an actor or whatever. You have to. Okay, like if you were like, I think Muslims are dumb.
Yeah,
you should probably be like, all right, I shouldn't have said that. Like I was just being a dingus, right?
Please don't watch the next 5 $200 million movies I'm in.
Well, but when you're like, I acknowledge a place exists, and they're like, speak Chinese, please. Like that literally hit him with speak a little Chinese for him, John.
Man, they forget Derek, dude. They got John to speak a little Chinese for him.
I was also thinking, because this kind of relates to it. So instead of John the Baptist, what if it's Don the Baptist, and he's like an Italian roofer?
Okay.
Right? And he's like, we need 3 packs of shingles. And he's like, all right, dunk that guy in water. He's saved. And then back to the
you can only have saved people working on this church and the roofing a church. And Don the Baptist is like, all right, you, get in the water.
Or he's the fixer, and he goes, we're going to baptize you. And you're staring at him. He's holding you underwater. And he's like, well, a little too.
Hey, Don, payroll's going to be kind of light this week. We can only get 4 out of 5. It's like, okay. Hey, John, you been baptized yet? No? All right, get over here.
Hey, the porta potty. Come on. Or
Don the Baptist.
I was also looking at, the like performance company Hennessy.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about what if you had your own company that was called Hennessy, and it's a performance car company, but you just put like dick logos all over the car when you're done.
Nice.
And it's like 10% better than Hennessy.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like people are like, all right, well, the best. It does make 505 horsepower.
You could get some old Japanese guy to sit in a sofa, smoke a cigarette, and glue dicks onto it.
It'd be more like a middle schooler, like scratching it into the paint. That's like the last thing you do. Like
that's the artwork. Everybody does additive artwork. I do subtract artwork. What about the Hennessy of just Hennessy, but in a penis-shaped bottle for all our gay blacks out there?
That might work. I mean, I could unironically see that working as like a
club promotion for women.
Yes.
Yep.
Actually,
I patented it. Nobody took my idea.
Yeah, for bachelorette parties.
Yes.
Anyone want a bottle of
Hennessy, baby?
And it's owned by the same company. And
I will permit Smart TV Guy to use that if you want a freebie. That's your one freebie.
Smart TV Guy watched at least 2 shorts on his smart TV, which I didn't even know you could do.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I was imagining, because you can see how people watch stuff, and I check every once in a while.
Sure.
And it'll be like watching a podcast on TV. I understand, because if you're cleaning your room,
doing something, putting together a gun in the living room with your children running around.
If you're, reading the Bible and you want to listen to
Mozart in the background,
Chinese in one ear.
Yes.
So, but some of there was one that it was. So the shorts I have seen. Tablet.
Okay.
Computer, which is kind of like that's a boomer, that's
sure.
The only person I know who's ever watched a short on the computer is my dad.
Yeah, good point.
Like on purpose.
Okay.
Phone, obviously.
Naturally.
Right? And then you'll see stuff that's like smart TV, and I'm like, how do you what's the setup for that?
You just click
what I was imagining is a guy who's like in a lazy boy, and he's got like a laptop, a phone, like a tablet, and like all of this stuff around him, and he's got like a podcast playing, then casted to the TV a bunch of shorts, and he has it like swiping on his phone with headphones on, listening to other stuff, and just like consuming as much as possible in the control room.
Yes,
but then it's also like, so how if you watch something on, you cast your phone to the TV, it starts playing something, it'll autoplay. Right. I have had it before where it'll autoplay a short.
I was going to ask, do the shorts autoplay on YouTube?
Well, if so, you have to go through it.
Right.
So like it'll keep playing the same one.
Right.
But I've had it before, like once, where it'll autoplay a short after a normal video.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if somebody that would be like
I
the
really
most
hope
annoying
it's
thing
just
in
some
the
like
world.
powerhouse gym or like
Yeah.
some place where it's just like 5 a.m. and
torturing them. Some
Yes.
guy in a treadmill's like, no, don't. Have you ever heard of Harriet Bugman?
What was the Stephen King instead of Stephen Ching?
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, speak a little Chinese for a brother.
We do need to. We don't have to do it right now because I have to go to hell this weekend.
Yes.
So
What's
can't.
the hell?
It's the west side of the state.
Ew.
Me family.
You're going to the zoo?
I'm going to the zoo.
Damn.
But I want to figure out. I need to get the voice lines for my thing, and my thought was that. Let me pull this up. Come on, dude. I'm having like a boomer moment.
Boomer.
So the setting is going to be basically that Donald Trump calls Charlie Kirk into his office.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And he lets him know that there's been a deal made with the Clint Eastwood aliens.
Okay.
And it's going to be recorded as one of the best deals ever made.
Naturally.
Stuff like that, whatever kind of going. And then Charlie sits there for a minute and he kind of cuts him off and he goes, "That's wonderful, Mr. President. Like, how does this involve me?"
Yeah,
What? And he goes, "Well, they want to send you to the void." And I said, "Well, for the right price." He's like, "Wait, what? You're going to
Wait,
send
what?
Me? Yeah, you're going to send me to the void?"
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "Why would you agree to that? How does that even?" And he goes,
"It was a good deal."
The aliens walk in and he goes, "Sorry, too late, already done. It's a wonderful deal. The agreement was made, whatever." And they like suck him into their void.
Yes.
Right. And he floats away. And Mr. President, no. And I have it written down as Mr. President, no, with 4 O's. And then in parentheses, the Clint Eastwood aliens use a magic cube to suck Kirk into the space void. Okay. Then speaking to the Clint Eastwood aliens, Donald Trump goes, "Wonderful, wonderful. Now it's time for you to pay up." And the aliens hand Donald Trump a slice of Pepstein pizza. And he goes, "Ah, my favorite. Love me a slice of Pepstein pizza. Can't get it around here anymore." And the pizza is going to be this picture I drew of Epstein where he's the pepperonis.
Okay.
Right? And it's going to be like just the most delicious pizza ever, apparently.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And it's going to make absolutely no sense. And
That's really funny.
Yes. So
like it.
I gotta.
Charlie, you're gonna love the void. It's great. You
It's
never
not that
miss
bad.
it.
There's plenty of people in the void.
Exactly. It's a beautiful void.
Well, I was trying to figure out who else to have floating around in there.
You could do no. I'm trying to think of somebody funny. Tucker Carlson can go in the void if you want.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Snowden is.
You'll
Snowden
have
in
to
the
see.
void?
You'll have to.
I'll have to tickle
Actually,
him.
what happened to Julian Assange? I was thinking, did he die?
No.
I don't think anyone's even. Did we just like summon him out of the?
I think so. I think he
Didn't
actually
he get arrested?
You brought him back into reality by mentioning his name.
Julian, please.
Julian. You
Dude,
must pay, Julian.
I gotta tap the bugman.
He's 6'2".
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
He's a tall dude.
Julian Assange.
Oh yeah.
I just don't believe it. He's got the meekness of a manlet.
Julie Sange.
It would be funny to just make up like a person,
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, Brian Botticelli, he's the NSA advisor, and he just, spoke the word of the flock to everyone."
Dude, that could definitely
Yeah,
has already happened.
We could easily just,
yes.
the reason why you know about flock cameras,
Mhm.
it's because this guy.
And people will be like, "Wow, what
Yeah,
a patriot!
yeah.
We need to really get."
Also,
some-"
you should donate to us.
Yes.
It is funny to me that the flock cameras, so they should be destroyed. And I was an early adopter to destroy all flock cameras,
Sure.
just because there should not be a thing like that is being. It's not even public.
Yes.
It's privately.
It's private.
Like, what the fuck, man? So, and I was always
Dude, if you want
thinking about
private pictures of my wiener, unacceptable. Public pictures of everyone's wiener
Well,
on the other side.
I mean, the whole thing that's
Pretty good.
still when the tactic to get them taken down is by FOIA requesting it,
Right.
But they just take it down and say they won't give it to you.
Yep.
That's the point. And it's like, all right, well, yeah, you got it taken down, but they still have like a year of footage.
Yeah, right.
They can use,
Right.
and they didn't comply with the FOIA.
Yep.
Like that's like it's
Yep.
like, come on.
I've seen the ones where people put in a FOIA request and they're like, yeah, sure. So here it is. We did 8 hours of work at $2,000 an hour. So you owe us $16,000. Otherwise, we won't give it.
We've had to do FOIA requests before. I've never been billed for it.
Really?
But this also could be different for like local stuff, right? But
that information was also brought to you by a woman on Instagram. So take that for what you will. Some say Ed Slop, some say Fed Slop.
Interesting.
Some say Cas, some say Casum.
What about instead of, like everybody trying to get boomers to stop being useless, right? Like stop being a boomer. You got to learn how to use your phone, whatever.
Don't text me the question. Put it in Google.
It's stuff like that, right?
Yep.
What if the true path to enlightenment is we just got to become boomers? Instead, we need to learn from them.
That is the natural progression.
Just be retarded.
I mean,
I'm saying right in school, they go, okay, turn your brain off now. Stop. Think about is there someone younger than you near you? Can you insult them and ask them a simple question at the same time? Can you do it forcefully?
Yes.
Do that. You might say, well, I could just it would take less effort to look it up myself.
Right.
No, there's a younger person.
How can you inconvenience someone
exactly.
today?
And then
have you inconvenienced someone today?
You need to somehow figure out a way to take out a reverse mortgage on a house that your children haven't bought yet.
Okay.
That's the
real. I'm borrowing against their future mortgage.
Yeah, but borrow against the unrealized gains for the house that they don't own.
Okay.
Right? So you say, well, I think they'll probably buy a house for $100,000.
Right.
And they'll live there for 30 years. And when they go to sell, it'll be a $500,000 house. Right. And you go, so I get $400,000 and they pay the interest on that.
Right.
So
right.
Basically,
I get the $400,000 at 1%, but then you can charge them the next mortgage at 17%.
No, absolutely. There's no interest for the boomer.
Right? Okay. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. That didn't exist until after the economic collapse of 2025.
And that was, I described it as the same thing as when achieving theosis. When you become a boomer. It's like there's like boomerosis or whatever.
So you have what would the Orthodox Church version of boomerosis be?
When you don't have
what would the establishment be? What is it just called, like the Temple of Fox News or something? Like,
dude, I don't know. I mean, it would just be. See, in my head, I'm conflicted because I'm imagining it's either like the order of the boomer, right, where it's like everyone's trying to be a boomer.
Yep.
But it's also like on the other side of that, I'm picturing it's like a more of like a study of boomerology.
Okay.
Where it's like people are like striving to be like a thing that exists rather than like turn into it's an unachievable thing and you're trying to be more like a boomer.
Okay. All right.
Or it's like you are capable of being a boomer, but you need to take these steps. And it's like kind of like in my head, I haven't quite figured it out yet. So,
dude, I could see that being like an actual, like, you need to become this person who is ignorant of all and doesn't know anything, but you'll be happy.
What's the when you're like a 80, you're like an octogenarian.
Dude, I don't fucking know. That sounds like a shape.
Octogenarian is when you're 80. Septuagenarian is when you're 70.
Okay.
Hexagenarian is when you're 60, right?
Yes.
So it could be something like that. You could be like the
finally ascend to the
orthodoxy of octogenaria or something.
There you go.
Like that.
Yeah.
What about that?
Finally ascending.
Yeah. Give me something like grab a beer. So
okay, so
talk.
Completely out of topic, but I was sitting there, scrolling through the like African and Indonesian rolls of people making bricks and cutting chicken with their feet. And then you do watch some of these videos and you're like, holy shit, like that's fucking impressive. You see a guy put like 14 like 2-pound bricks on his head and walk up like bamboo scaffolding. And I was thinking about it, and I actually think this would be kind of cool, having like a third world Olympics. Right? So I know that there's already like the basic, like, since Greek time, you got people running, throwing, javelin, blah, blah, blah. I want to see what brown person can put the most weight on their head and climb up 16 flights of stairs or scaffolding. I'm like, that'd be a good one, right? Or how many chickens can you cut with your feet? You get 3 knives, and you can use all of your members.
Yes.
How many chickens can you cut?
Yeah,
you know?
just have like a thing where you have like the street guy, like take hygiene out of it.
Right.
Take like
We're going strict numbers
hold
here.
on, hold
We
on.
know it's
What's
strict.
the mean English guy? It's Raw guy. What's his fucking name? The chef man.
Oh, Gordon Ramsey?
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay versus the Indian street vendor who cuts chicken with his feet.
Right.
And be like, okay, hygiene, no consequence.
Yep.
Who can prep food faster? Go. And
Yep.
just like see, right? And be like, okay, so actually
Pajin.
Sai Gupta
Yeah.
over here, he is actually 10% faster, but when you think about
Exactly. You get grated in the chicken.
yeah, or the one of those that you were talking about when you see like a video and you're like, all right, well that's actually pretty impressive.
Right.
Is that dude who's stacking the bags of grain
Yep.
with his shoulders while drinking whatever little cup of tea that is.
Yep. And he's like walking around, and it looks like it's got to be like 200 pounds just on his shoulders and his head.
I think that those bags weighed 60 kilos, which is
Jeez, dude.
I think they were some sort of seed bag.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, when you're watching it, he's not holding the weight. He's like more like transferring it.
Right.
But he's changing the direction of the bag. Like, just like, I don't know. I'm like, damn,
It's
dude,
fucking
that's
crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's like out in Bangladesh, there's like the like main thing they produce or whatever is like bricks.
Yeah.
And so they have like square miles of like furnaces that they build and then like dump coal in and then they cover, and there's a bunch of smokestacks or whatever. And these guys are just like, yep, and this is what they do, and the children work there, and because it's easier to pay, blah blah. And they're like putting like mountains of shit on their head and they're climbing, and I'm like, damn, you know what? That's pretty good. I hate the fact that they always wear collared polos, but still impressive.
They're more presentable than you. You're just jealous.
I guess so, man. I just can't show up to work in something like that.
I wonder if you could have like take like the most like equivalent shitty Italian roofer, take down
Sure.
the Baptist,
Yep.
right? And you put him in the same, like, that's how you do it. You'd be like, all right, we're going to the slums of Pakistan, where
Okay,
they're- whatever,
yeah.
and have them give him like a day of instruction,
Yeah.
and see how he rates on the.
On the work scale, like,
Yeah,
is this an S tier?
It'd be like, all right, so we got it. It'll be like we could also pitch this to a college for like racial studies.
Yes.
And be like, all right, so we're going to take one of every race,
Yep.
and we're going to have them do the same
Task
random,
or whatever.
Yeah, we're going to find like, it'll be like one of those Russian car shops where
Yeah.
they have like I don't even know what they do there, and there's like a crate with a motor. I saw one where there's a guy who posts these videos from Russia where he will make like an oil pan out of plexiglass, or it'll be like a head. He has like the cylinder head out of a wood that he just made in a shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Puts it on this car, and it's whatever their version. It's like this Russian 4-cylinder motor that's just has like 2 horsepower, but it runs forever type
Right,
thing.
right.
And he puts all this on this car and drives it around, and he does not speak English, and it's just really shittily translated. Right. And I saw him the other day post I'm assuming it was like a rage bait thing.
Okay.
Where he took a crankshaft out of the car, and he put a bunch of springs on it and a flywheel and spun the flywheel.
Oh yes,
He's
that
like,
has gotten
perpetual
a
motion.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that has gotten a couple of people I know.
a shop like that, right? And you take like one of the African dudes who's like doing the
Yes.
re-sleeving an engine in like a village,
Right.
right?
With a sponge and a piece of
Yeah,
broken glass.
and then you take one of the Pakistani dudes who's
Yep.
wearing whatever those like combat dress things are, and
Yes.
the little hats, and
Yes.
he's whatever, and then you have them all work together, and then you take like a foundry worker from the U.S. and put them in those Pakistani
yeah.
Indian places where they like just use the sand on the ground.
Yes, and
they're
they have
just
like
copying
ripped
shit.
T-shirts that
Yeah.
are soaked in water to grab
Yeah.
the metal or whatever.
The one thing that does look fun to me that I would if you were like, hey, you can try this once, I probably would do it. Is those videos of those dudes doing the hot rolling metal
Where they
they're like
grab
swinging
it
it around. I'm like, that looks fun to me. I feel like you could get hurt, but you're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
like die.
Yeah,
right? Like,
you
there's,
get
like,
fucking sizzled.
yes.
They also could, like, you know how there's the dirty hands, clean money, like, I'm a trade worker, right? Take those people and have them do, like, electricians, let's say, the IBEW, and go to fucking India and see if you can keep up with the guy that's like live tie wiring the entire power system. Have you seen that stuff? It's
Yes.
just like a piece of plywood with nails on it that the guy, like, somebody sticks their head out the window and says, "Hey," and he goes like, "Okay," and he undoes a live wire and wraps it up again, and there's like 3 inches of water underneath them, and it's like, yeah, let's see you do that, dirty hands.
When we were in Thailand, I got to see that, like, actually that in real life, and I have
Really?
a picture somewhere on my phone of what the power lines looked like, and it was, dude, I mean, it was a telephone pole,
right,
and there was like a 5-foot section of just like spaghetti with shit coming out of it, and I took a picture and I sent it to Rich, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to do some electrical work here?" And he was like, "Oh my god!" Like, it was, I don't know how anything gets, like, how does
anything
it
work?
Yeah, it's like in
Or they're just not like a pile of dead people next to the telephone pole.
well, there is, but it reminds me of in Warhammer 40K when it's, like the orcs,
Yeah,
their stuff works like because they believe it,
right.
So
right.
it's like oh, stuff painted yellow goes fast,
And then it does.
So is it that you paint fast stuff yellow, or the yellow makes it go fast, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
that's like the over there they're just like, well, there is like a thing generally resembling a power line, and like you need wires attached,
And
it's
it
like,
just
yeah, now we
works.
have power.
Hey,
right?
man, maybe that's why the third world works, man.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Faith alone.
yes, I believe it.
I also had an amendment. So I was talking about being spiritually retarded a while ago, right?
Right.
And I was thinking about, in order to fill that out, if you're spiritually retarded, in order to, in the afterlife, you go to a spurgatory,
Okay.
like Asperger's, like
Yep.
spurgatory,
Yeah.
and then you
Purgatory.
go there for a while. And I don't know what comes next, but I'll figure it out. Maybe might be another month, but
You'll figure out exactly
I'll be
the parameters of spurgatory.
I'll be like the spiritually retarded church father.
Is it just
That'll be
filled
me.
with like the microfiber that your hands stick to, and that it's sensory overload? And
Maybe I was thinking more of like, when you get there, it's kind of like the spiritual equivalent to like a model train convention.
yeah,
Okay, and then like the longer you're there, the more and more normal you get, so that you like become normal to go to heaven.
okay.
That's kind of what
That
I
makes
was
sense.
thinking. But those
Apparently, you can become spiritually retarded. I saw this clip today about like an old black dude. He's like, "Yeah, I've been sniffing gas since I was like 4, all the way to 16, and it was just like a tough time. They say I'm medically retarded, and my family, when I was growing up, they like something's wrong with him. I'd put paint in my hair and grab the chicken, and I just walk down the street throwing it up. And my mom was like, "Yeah, something's wrong with him." And it's like it took you that long.
I just typed in. I was looking up that I wanted to find the exact church that's in Africa that sat all of those people.
The 3 million.
Yeah, and I just typed in the name of the church and then chicken, because you were saying.
Ethiopian 3 million chicken.
Yeah, this is insane. Okay, keep talking about the retarded black guy.
Okay, so I mean, like, I don't understand how it would take you that long to realize, like, yeah, Davis, he keeps putting paint in his hair, but you know what? He didn't throw up a chicken, so don't worry about it. So you had to wait till he like did both combined and be like, maybe something's wrong.
Have you you've seen The Shield?
Yes.
You know who he's the bald guy,
Yes.
Michael Chiklis?
Yeah.
You know, he claims he went bald because he wore silver paint on his head.
Really?
Like,
I think he went bald because he's like 5'5", and that's why he went
there's
bald.
less hair in his body. 'Cause your hair starts at your feet and it grows out, right?
Exactly.
So the shorter you are, the less hair you have. So,
Exactly.
no, it was one of the most like obvious cope interviews I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Where he was describing that he went bald at like 25,
Okay.
like completely bald.
Sure.
And it was actually because he was doing the like stage performance of The Wizard of Oz, and they painted him like the Tin Man,
Okay.
or something.
Sure.
And the paint made his hair
Lead
fall
paint?
out. I don't
Silver
know.
lead paint?
Maybe
I don't know. We're gonna have to get that guy to drop his little liquid on him, test him, see.
have him offer to scan people with his XRF gun.
Yes.
And have everyone in the room not understand what it is and be
I don't want you
"Get that
look
away
yeah,
from me."
Don't do that. I don't want to do it. I thought it'd be fun. No.
Well, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
All right, man. This was I did want to show you what their gatherings looked like. Okay, so this is what their gathering looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, those are roofs. This is not a field.
Really?
Yeah. So this is like their main building, and this is all they have like a what's the pulpit or whatever right here, and this whole thing is
Dude.
yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of
That's
people.
a lot of people.
3 million people.
Literally doing the Lord's work, I guess, but like, damn.
They also, I think they have some pretty crazy stuff they believe, so.
Do they?
Yeah. They also have...
Do you think you get a better seat if you actually make a donation?
I don't believe it's ever been full. I mean, I don't know. I think that all of the seats probably kind of suck in there, would be my guess. And I also think that it's pretty funny to me how almost all the African... because I think... What does this stand for? The Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
Thank you.
And I think that it's funny how all of the like true African or evangelical pastors, they all look the same.
Yes.
Like, there might be just like a single African family that's like they run the
just so like
trade.
Basically the Nigerian like Vatican, and they're all just like descendants of.
I did think it was funny when they got the fresh pope, and everyone was like, "It's time for a black pope," and they were like hoping that they got an African pope,
right?
And I was like, I don't think these guys realize that they're gonna be like, we need to burn heretics now. This is not
finally a DEI.
Yeah,
everyone who's gay, go to hell.
Well, you see some of the stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, I was like, damn, dude. I think that was a bit extreme, my man.
Hey, man. Maybe it's time.
They chose a Bears fan. That's how you know the papacy is not real. A Bears fan, really?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Look at him, dude. He looks like a weenie.
That'd be like picking a Lions fan. Like, it's obviously like,
yes,
we're not blessed. We're not chosen. Like, come on.
This is not from the line of Paul or Peter.
Dude.
Get him out of here.
Yes.
He probably doesn't have any fucking keys.
That guy is also like really weird. I don't know. Have you seen any of this?
Yes.
Very pedophile-y.
I was gonna say, dude, he looks like a diddler.
Got a pedophile mouth on him.
He's got that old. He's got like the soft old man look.
He kind of looks like the evil boss guy.
Pedophile mouth.
He has a pedophile mouth. That's what he looks like. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Also,
okay.
That
was not Haram.
Not Haram.
Yes. Watching The Simpsons.
Right here. The mouth of a pedophile.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You can just see it,
bro. You should make an animation of that fucking guy. You can do good work with that boy. Get
hunted down by the Catholic Church.
I don't know if I told you this. Did you know that the LDS Church has more money than the Vatican?
How? I don't believe that.
Look it up. Look it up.
Okay, but there's just...
Look it up. Now, that being said, the Vatican, so Vatican City versus the LDS Church. Worldwide, there are more Roman Catholics worldwide, so there's like their total net worth would be more. But the LDS Church versus the Vatican, the LDS Church has like $260 billion. Well,
are you talking about like just the Vatican, or are you talking about are you talking about, so this is I was looking up to make sure. The Vatican is its own thing, right? Like, it's not like the Vatican is not
right.
Catholic Church. The Vatican is
the Vatican City where the Pope resides, and
the Holy See.
Yes,
is the Vatican, right? And they have a Treasury Department, right?
Yep.
And
naturally,
they have a $3 billion value of in the Vatican,
right? Of artwork and whatever.
Yeah. So but the Catholic Church itself is like, I mean, it's got to be close to $1 trillion, right?
I mean, maybe.
Think about everything they own.
I get it. I understand.
I mean, the Latter-day Saints, that is shockingly valuable. Like, I would not have guessed that.
They're like, there's a stat in there that the average, the median income or net worth of a person in the LDS Church is like $1.2 million.
Okay, here. So this is it. What I wanted to double check here. So the LDS, they break this up nationally. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
So what they're talking about, the only LDS is in America.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, of any value is in America.
Sure.
Okay, and their official value is $293 billion. Okay, the Catholic Church in Germany is 265.
Really?
So that's what I'm saying is like when you add the Catholic shit all up, because
so if
how much do you think the Cathedral of Notre Dame's worth?
Oh my gosh, dude!
I mean, you'd have to pay $100 billion to own it. Right? That's what I'm saying. So it's the drop off though is pretty damn precipitous here when you look at the value.
Yes, maybe that's one of the selling points. Maybe Mother God is the one that's
also. So theoretically, since all the Arab countries and Muslim countries are like theocracies, shouldn't they be?
They should. Think about the fucking Saudis, bro.
Yeah, dude, they got like $20, $30.
Probably got, dude. Are you kidding me?
Which is the?
We should ask Tom Brady how much the Saudis have.
What's the like GDP or something? What's the
GDP?
Isn't that the
national output of a country? PPD.
Let me look this up. How much is Iran worth?
PBD.
IranCountryValue.com. Yeah, dude, their GDP, their PP. Yeah, I don't.
Their PP.
Their PP is worth $1.8 trillion.
That's not as much as I thought it would be.
That's Iran. That's not.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering is if you look at their total, maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why they're excluding it.
Well, yes, but also maybe that's why they decided to have their own religion. Like they split off from Christianity and Judaism.
They didn't. So
they're
like their
someday
own thing.
We need to, in order to outproduce the Catholic Church in value, we need to maintain a theocracy and find oil. Okay, so now technically we'll be worth more than them like 2,000 years from now, and everyone was like, "Well, we got to do it."
That was why the Prophet Muhammad said it.
Yes, Prophet Mirsham,
Mr. Misham. So yeah, I was like, I heard that stat, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh,
don't they own? They own Crumble Cookie."
Do they?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a very Mormon thing. That was the company that paid the head coach of BYU enough money to renege on his commitment to Penn State.
Okay.
When he wanted to leave BYU.
Oh, okay. So Crumble Cookie stepped in and was like, "Bitch, take a bite of this."
For real, yeah. And they phrased it as the church elders decided he couldn't leave. Like that was how they were like, "Well, God told me you have to stay and take this paycheck."
Anytime God comes at you with a couple $100 million, you gotta listen.
So they also, I guess it does make sense because the Latter-day Saints, they really came into having a following right when like investing was like a thing.
Yeah,
so it was like the perfect storm.
And then they've been they've been a thing forever. I mean, they were rivaling the government when it was being established in like the 1800s.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say forever. They were.
Well, I mean, not since the beginning of time, but I mean, since the founding of America, they've been a force to be reckoned with.
I don't think that they were.
Yeah,
I don't think they existed before 1800.
They had to have been because when the West was being settled.
Yeah, that was way after.
It's not that. What are you talking about? Way after?
That was like 100 years after the Revolutionary War.
Dude, maybe. Shut up. Smart TV guy, get this guy a fucking.
Give me facts. Smart TV guy, do a little
come on
here.
Look it up.
When did LDS start? 1830.
Closer to 18 than 19. Bud.
Okay. You got me. I guess 1830 is.
I just know that they've always had a bunch of money and they've always been a force to be reckoned with because there was a time where like the federal government was like, "Hey, you guys can't just keep marrying women." That was their excuse, right? But they were just like, "Hey, you guys have a bunch of money and you're starting to make your own currency."
I mean,
so
the Catholic Church ran the world for like 1,000 years, man.
We're not talking about the Catholic Church, are we?
Maybe we are. Maybe. What about
maybe it one and the same?
Exactly.
Fuck.
Maybe every church organization that eclipses a certain amount of money, they get to join.
Is this what they meant by turtles all the way down?
Yeah, you know what that religion is? Judaism.
Oh shit!
Yeah, when you're
you're right.
Goes over a certain value, you get the small hat, smaller and smaller hats.
So maybe is that why like some people they only reach a certain level of enlightenment because you know how you start balding, you start right here, top of your head, right? So if you go all the way, does that eventually the hair get matted to where it becomes a hat?
Maybe I was kind of. I wondered if maybe the more rich you got as a Hebrewic Jew or whatever, like the like actual, the guys.
Yeah.
They have like the two hats. They got the yarmulke
Yes.
and the cube.
Yes.
Right. I always wondered. I would see them. I've seen them in person.
Okay.
And I always kind of wondered if like the most wealthy of them, if it's like joined together somehow, and they have this like helmet with a bunch of other shapes like stuck on it. Right. Just imagine if you meet like the like Duke of the Jews, and he's got like a pentagon on one side of his head, and you're like, oh wow,
Damn, dude, that guy's worth a bunch.
I still think if you definitely one of the most like dark magical religions, like probably the most, because there's a guy on YouTube.
What, Judaism? Yeah.
Yes, but there's this dude on YouTube who actually lives near us. Shocking.
Okay.
And he is he's a professor. He was a professor at Wayne State University.
Okay.
Who studied like academic ancient Jewish magic.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's like a secular Jew, where he's like an Orthodox believing Jew.
Sure.
But for whatever his sect is, only in private, and is like essentially secular in public.
Otherwise, okay.
Whatever. So when he's teaching stuff like as secular as, I don't even know. But the point of it was he has these YouTube lectures where he's doing ancient Jewish alchemy, and he has like custom made ancient like stills and stuff.
Okay.
Where it's, like they don't have a cooling coil on the stills, where it's like the long
it's just a bulb, long tube.
And he was like, well, I had a cold, so I decided to make like a ancient Jewish magical remedy. And he's going through all this stuff. He's reading scrolls,
really,
and doing it. And at the end of it, he mixes it all up and takes a drink, and he's like, like. And he was like, well, my throat certainly feels slightly better. But
I can't complain about my throat because I'm going to die.
Yeah, but I liked his stuff because he did a really good, one of the only actually able to understand what like Gnosticism is.
Sure.
Because it's so confusing to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And I also, I don't know how anyone can take seriously the lion snake thing. Like that looks like a meme. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so
the lion with the snake.
Yeah, so like not agnostic, like
right.
Gnosis.
Yeah.
So they have it's like a Gnostic lion snake thingy.
Okay.
And it's like I don't know enough about it.
Isn't Gnosticism believing that the like spiritual and physical
demiurge?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
So
one means good, one means bad.
There's the firmament is also involved.
Oh.
So there's this is the symbol here.
Okay.
Where it's a lion head and a snake body.
Yep.
Okay. So that's, I think, the symbol of like the demiurge.
Okay.
Which is I think they believe that like God is real and he hates me.
God is real?
God is real and he hates me. But there's a famous painting where it's the guy like sticking his head through the firmament and seeing like all of the crazy shit, and there's the serpent lion out there. It's like a medieval painting. I like the painting. Okay. It's a really cool painting.
Yeah.
But I can't take it seriously because it looks like some shit I would draw.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if I can find this. I don't even know what it's called.
My Nasi. Look at my Nasi painting. Well, when you're talking about how like the church elders of the LDS were like, yes, the Lord told you to stay. I remember we were doing something, we had a reading or whatever, and it was about David fighting Goliath. And it starts out with like, so, David walks into the camp, like, hey guys, what's going on? And like, everyone's just like, yeah, hey, so the king said if you kill this guy, you get a bunch of money and his daughter. And then it's like, David's like, oh, I will do this for the Lord. And then our pastor was like, yeah, so this is the faith, and he's fervent and he's trying to show the Lord. And I was like, wasn't he just promised a kingdom and a hot girl for like killing this dude? So maybe that's the whole thing. Like, if the Lord comes out with you with a bunch of money, don't say no.
Come on. How is it possible that when I zoom in on the page, there we go. Okay. So this
looks very dispensationally.
This is somebody, and they made it through the veil to see something with Gnosticism. Okay.
This is the physical world. That's the spiritual world.
This is the world that we're in, and
yes.
Somehow this relates to like being tortured by like demons in space, kind of like
is the lion snake the demon, or is it not
Well,
the demon?
I think the lion snake is supposed to be like, it's described as the demiurge, which
Okay.
is, I think, is like Jesus, but it's like evil, like dark Joker god. I
What?
guess. Yeah. So it's when I watched the
Is
video.
it Heath Ledger, Dark Joker God, or
No,
Joaquin Phoenix, Dark Joker,
it's
or the
like-
other guy that's really gay?
Well, there was
Who's the really gay Joker? The one with like the short, spiky hair.
the new one,
Yes.
Barry Kogan or
Yeah, I don't want it to be that guy.
Coughlin.
Yeah, that's not the demiurge. We're
Yeah,
not.
that one was when you saw that, and they're like deleted scenes from the movie, and he's like,
I'm the Joker.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, I wonder why they.
Sick, dude.
There's a part in that scene when Batman walks in, and it's like you can tell they're like, all right, stop laughing, please. And it's like, okay. And I mean, I guess,
Batman starts to get uncomfortable.
well, no, he's waiting, and you can like see it on Robert Pattinson's face when he's kind of like, I think you shouldn't be laughing. I'm supposed to talk, like that's but I guess that is like it, what the
I guess.
Joker baby would be doing. I don't.
Sure.
Uh,
Sure.
The one that I don't understand is people pretending like Jack Nicholson was a good Joker.
Yeah. That's just because it's like
I grew up
such,
with it.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah.
such a deprived amount of information that they had, right? That's like, imagine like the first thing you've ever eaten besides like raw deer meat and bark was like a I don't
Well,
fucking
there
know,
was
a
also
carrot.
the dude before him, the like I think his name's like Raul Caesar, Julio Caesar or something. He was
Okay.
it was the really bad Batmans.
Okay.
And there was like some sort of spicy genetic man who
Okay.
played the Joker.
Sure.
And I'd maybe I just had to have been there. It's the same thing with the Christopher Reeves Superman,
Sure.
where it's like the quality of the movie is so bad. I don't know how you could pick out a good performance.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you like recorded something like with a mayonnaise lens and like were screaming into the mic the whole time.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how anyone could tell if it was good or not.
Right.
So I mean, it might have been iconic because there was nothing else like it.
Sure. Right.
But
Exactly.
I don't know
That's
how
what
to
it is.
say if it's good or not.
It's not.
Also, Jack Nicholson, I don't understand how. I don't understand his hairline because he had like he was like born with no hair.
Yes.
But it never got less.
Yep.
How is that possible?
It's probably because he was just drunk all the time.
I don't know. He was in the house where the raping was going on.
I know.
So
That's good. He
I-
was drinking.
what was his excuse was he was trying on hats, I think.
I don't know.
That was like he was either trying on hats or sunglasses in the other room, and they were like, well, guess he wasn't involved.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything.
He said he wasn't. So.
So the demiurge
Uh-huh.
is a lesser divine being or an artisan-like creator responsible for fashioning and maintaining the physical universe, but they are inherently flawed. So basically, like the world is created in the image, or not, it was created by a thing that wasn't perfect, and that's why evil exists.
Okay.
So that's like their
Okay.
whatever. But
And they came up with a snake with the head of a lion.
yes, but there's
See, when you say that, I think of like some sort of like goblin gremlin. That's what I would have been at. But
the problem with it is my understanding of it is that it was like a thought experiment from the Greeks for like why it couldn't be that.
okay.
And then people were like, well, they were talking about it, so it must have been
Just the one guy that like the gardener overheard it and was like, "Oh shit!
well, I think it was because
I gotta start telling people about
I know
this."
Plato. I'm trying to remember because Plato talked about the demiurge,
Uh-huh.
and I always thought that was more of like a metaphysical, theoretical, like.
Sure. Right. Instead of an actual thing.
But I don't know. This isn't. I don't have any
Dude, that's just philosophy.
philosophy.
Yes.
Oh,
The
let me
damn
get back to our wavelength here.
Okay.
All right. What about this? Okay. What about instead of The Sopranos and Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
It's the same 6-season show,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's Tony Samamno, and he's a trans guy or woman,
Oh.
and the whole thing is this like giant, like 6'5"
Samoan.
dressing. It could be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Wearing one of the pink wigs and keeps getting misgendered, and
Some ammo.
he smashes.
It's fucking ma'am.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
he like Undertaker finishing moves people in public, and then
Yes.
it's all of these like hey, Chrissy, we got to take care of the body, and it's
Yeah.
like everything around.
Everything's
it.
the same except he's just wearing a pink wig. And
Well, I
he's
wouldn't
just,
say
like, a
it's the
tranny.
same. It would be more like there's an equal amount of crimes and murders,
Okay.
but they're supporting him being a trans woman.
Okay.
And there's no criminal enterprise. It's just like, in order for me to live my life as a man, I must kill 5 people a day and dismember them. That's
Okay.
That's kind
I
of
like
what
that.
I'm thinking.
That's a good
right?
one.
What about that?
I think that's pretty good. I think I should get this thing to fucking work.
I think you need a new.
I do.
You can't disconnect that from your headphones, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you got to go in a minute, right?
Yeah, but it's working now.
All right.
I'm back to working.
Okay. So, also, this was kind of related slightly to that.
Sure.
Okay, but this one, I still want to actually record like a couple of the things I've said as skits, right? Because there's not enough people watching for us to not be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
So, this is one where I talked about the guy who's like obsessed with practical effects, right? And he's like scared of the like obviously fake thing.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So I want to do one where it's like a similar setup, right? But it's like a. Have you ever seen those interviews where it'll be like behind the cameras with the actors, and it'll be like something you might not know about the scene? That's actually not an ice cube. That's a piece of plastic that looks like an ice cube. Shit
Sure.
like that,
Right.
So I want to do one of those where it's like a news person interviewing either like a movie expert or like a guy who works behind the scenes, right? And it'll be like, all right, here, this is Mr. Movie Man, and we're gonna reveal some things about like behind the scenes facts you might not know about your favorite actors and TV shows. And whatever the intro plays, and then he's like, well, this is something. It's gonna start out easy, and it'll be like, this is a little fact that you might not know, and it's the guy who plays Paulie in Sopranos. His name's Tony Sirico, and he was a mobster before he was an actor.
Sure.
And just like a couple of like
normal, relative, whatever.
like
facts.
just like whatever, right? And then it just devolves into eventually being like, and the person who plays Walter White in Breaking Bad is actually the same guy who plays Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. And actually, that guy is named Bryan Cranston, and he's not a criminal. He's an actor. And actors, they pretend to be people. And it's just like, what?
Oversimplified.
No, just being like shocked that an actor exists and that he thought everybody who was in that was like these are real things. Like he thinks that like
it's actually happening. This is just a documentary of
that's what I exactly be like. So he was like, oh, before he was a mobster, before he's on the mob show, he was in jail. Right? And be like, before Walter White was Walter White, he was Hal from Malcolm in the Middle. And then his mind's blown. He's like, wait, he wasn't Hal?
Yeah.
He's not even a guy? Like, this is...
I thought Hal went on to be Breaking...
That's good.
Yeah, but what if that didn't happen and you were gay?
The thing is true where they did that skit in Malcolm in the Middle afterwards where they had him wake up and he was like, Lois or whatever. Is her name Lois?
I don't know.
Lewis?
We weren't allowed to watch that one.
Well, Malcolm in the Middle is good, and you'd like it now as an adult.
I absolutely would.
Yeah. But he wakes up and he tells his wife, he's like, I had this horrible dream. I was selling meth and whatever. And it's annoying how Bryan Cranston is actually like good
enough to do anything.
Well, yeah. And it's like, why didn't he get more?
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, he still isn't. I mean, the only thing I know him from is that like clips of that movie where he's doing like scratch off lottery tickets.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there was also he was in another like TV show that was a Netflix exclusive that was pretty alright.
Oh yeah, he was the judge guy, right?
Yeah.
Judge Brian.
My kid didn't do it. That was a good show. I thought that was pretty good.
I remember you telling me about it, but I've never seen it. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like he should have been in a movie that was like the same level as what's the crime movie with George Clooney and like all the other
Ocean's movies.
Yeah, like he would fit. Like,
I think so too. I mean, he is entering his like era, his like Jack Nicholson era,
his geezed out era.
It does make me irritated that Jason Statham has more movies than that guy. It's like, come on, dude.
Well, Jason Statham though, he's a dude. I feel like Bryan Cranston had to fight for a long. He took what he could get in comedy until he could convince people he could be a real
actor, yeah.
Right. Whereas Jason Statham's like, this is all I do.
And everyone's like, son of a bitch, he keeps selling.
Be like, if you give me $20, I will be Jason Statham. And they're like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He used to be he used to be like a collegiate diver,
Yeah, he
like a
yeah.
like a high diver, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, and he did like ballet or something. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I think a lot of the like high level, because he was like one of the fake martial arts guys, right? But I think that they encourage you to do dancing so that you can get,
just like have
limber,
more
right?
articulate movements.
But
I remember like growing up, my dad was like training for like middle school football or whatever. He was like, all right, to get you later on your feet, you're gonna need to do ballet. And he like brought
that's
out
pretty surprising.
brought a like DVD like from the library home and like pulled out a chair and he's like, all right, better start doing plies.
Okay,
And I was like,
what year was that?
let's see, if I was in the 97, probably 2009 or 10.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
The reason why I wanted to ask that is because
When was this a known fact for Jackson State?
no, because Herschel Walker was famous for having done ballet to improve his footwork.
Okay.
Right? So I wanted to see how
That is
it
100% what my dad got.
That's
from.
why I was
100%.
like, I wanted to line this up
Yes.
because I do remember one time with him, I was in the car with your dad when we were in high school, and he was trying to explain to me, like, I don't even know what he was trying to explain.
Was he talking about Herschel Walker's thighs?
No, he was talking about a football player's hands.
Oh, okay.
Body parts of another black guy. And he was like, and he comes out there and he teaches the kids how to catch, and he's doing this, and his hands are just so big.
They're backwards.
No, he was basically telling me, I think he was trying to, the point he was trying to illustrate was that if you are so physically gifted that you can't teach it. Like,
Sure.
Like
right.
Some of these guys are so, like, the way they play wouldn't work for a person who didn't have hands.
It's so instinctual. It's not something that.
It'd be more like if you're not 7 foot tall, you can't slam dunk,
right,
or whatever. But it was the most convoluted, nonsensical thing I've ever heard. And he stopped talking, and I was like, "Are you done? Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're saying, man." And he was like, "Yeah." And I looked at him, his hands; they were size of frying pans. And that was just the end of it. And I was like,
"There you go.
What are you trying to tell me? Like, he had big hands. That was the point of the whole conversation."
Yep. There it is, big hand man,
big hand,
mamma jam. I did have one more thing before we end. We were taking our walk down our street, and there's this house that's like overgrown, a bunch of cars in the parking lot or whatever. And I talked to the guy there. He's a mechanic for the local cop shop. And he's like, a normal mechanic for the local cop shop.
Is that the guy who was like open carrying, or is this a different guy?
Everyone on my street open carries, but he was just like working under cinder blocks on a car, and I stopped and was like, "Hey man, like, do you want me to go get some jack stands for my house? Because like that." And he's like, "No,
I'll just fucking die. Don't worry about it."
Literally, right? Yeah. And so a couple months later, we're walking down the street, and this like lady was walking to the across from her house. She lives in the other. She's walking back, and I go like, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Like, just taking a walk, whatever." She's like, "Yeah, I just had to drop off some rats for the snakes." I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, lady across the street, she got a bunch of snakes from us." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Do you breed snakes?" And they have like a python breeding logo on the back. Like, "Yeah, I got snakes. I got bows. I got rats. I got jeans. I got backs. I got Argentines. I got," and she's just listing them off. And she's like, "I got 350 snakes inside that house right now. You want to see it?" And I was like, "No, we're okay, thanks." And she's just like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Yeah, down the street, man used to have an alligator, and the alligator, he got out, and then the cops came, but the bird bleeding it on that, right?" And so we're starting to walk away. Like, "All right, thanks." And she's still talking at us, and she finally just gets and walks in. The other day, we were walking, and Wednesdays are trash day, right? And we're walking down the street, and all of a sudden this just fucking putrid smell. And we're walking past this house, and there's just like garbage bags on garbage bags, and there's just flies around it. I'm like, "Oh, we got to turn around. We can't go past this thing." And I was just like,
were those the rat bags?
They must have been the rat
leftover rats.
Yes.
So is this woman the wife of
the wife?
Okay, that's what at first, when you said that, I thought you were saying that she was giving him the rats, and I was like, "What's he doing with rats under the car, man?"
She was going to the neighbor's house to give them rats for her snakes, and then come back.
Whatever ended up happening with to the neighborhood dispute with the
I don't know, but they have emerged. It's a female that lives in that house.
Well, because nobody knows. I don't think we said about it. There's two houses on his road, and one of them has like a bunch of signs pointed at the neighbor's
only
house.
On like, so it's the house. It's got two houses on the side of it. Only on one side of the house is a bunch of like "do not enter" signs, like 5 feet apart, and the lots are only like 50 feet deep.
Well, and the one
so there's like
"What are you looking at, neighbor?"
Yes, and then like the like accordion door things the girls get dressed behind in the old movies or whatever is right in front of a window, and it's like, I got a gun, do not trespass. What are you looking at? And it's just like, I've seen her twice now. If I see her a third time, I might have to ask. What happened?
Who lives in the other house? Is it?
I don't know. I've never seen that person.
What if there's nobody there and it's just a ghost?
I do believe that my street is auto-populating the longer I'm there, because I keep seeing more and more people, but this is like year 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so now everyone's like, oh, hey, didn't know you were there. Come on by. We got a pool. And it's just like, wait, but...
Yeah, wait a minute.
You've been taking a walk every fucking night for the past 3 years, and I've only seen 2 people. What are you doing?
Well, they're hatching.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. There's a bunch of like fly eggs on the insides of the houses.
So instead of snakes, there's fly eggs inside.
Maybe they're the rats that are growing up. They made it out of her. Maybe she just has like a kiddie pool filled with rats that are constantly breeding, and then she's like hitting them with hammers when they're crawling out, and then a few get away and they turn into people.
No.
Have you considered that?
I haven't. I should think about that.
Would you like to have any closing remarks?
The closing remarks is I really have to take a piss.
Okay, hit this button for me. Hit the mark button. I want to see what it does.
Boop.
Oh, okay.
Did that do anything?
Let's see.